adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the village.
Good evening, this is the 5FM Radio Main News, the headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema, Botswana's Duma Gideon Boko commissioned Kazungula Bridge Authority in Kasane. Acting Health Minister says Zambia making significant progress in improving health outcomes and strengthening systems performance. And Mexico's hands 23 inmates sprung from jail during violence. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page 5FM Radio Zambia and live on our YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. President Hakainde Hichilema has today joined his Botswana counterpart Duma Gideon Boko in commissioning the Kazungula Bridge Authority in Kasane. The authority has been established to improve border efficiency and enhance trade facilitation between Zambia and Botswana for the shared benefit of the two countries' citizens. Speaking during the commissioning ceremony, President Hakainde Hichilema said the operationalization of the authority marks a significant milestone in strengthening bilateral cooperation and promoting regional integration. The Kazungula Bridge, which connects Zambia and Botswana across the Zambezi River, is a strategic infrastructure project aimed at easing congestion, reducing transit time, and boosting economic activities in the region. The two heads of state confirmed and reaffirmed their commitment to improving cross-border trade, infrastructure development, and economic collaboration in line with regional development goals.
But we are conscious, my brother and I are conscious that there are things we are not aware of. That's why we are asking our cabinet colleagues on both sides, permanent secretaries, officials, technical, and others, and the private sector to add on to that checklist we have. Say what else you want done so that this asset can yield more returns. You got me. As you go back, have a sit down in Botswana, in Zambia. Then virtual meetings. You want to walk across, if you want a meeting at the middle of the river there, you should hold it.
Acting Health Minister Cornelius Mwetwa has noted that Zambia has made significant progress in improving health outcomes and strengthening systems performance. He was speaking during the in-country mission on the development of sustainability financing plan and pilot of the Big Push accountability and monitoring framework. He has, however, noted that operating in an increasingly complex environment, adding that financing gaps, climate variability, evolving disease patterns, insecticide and drug resistance, rapid urbanization, and environmental transformation are placing sustained pressure on health systems. Mr. Mwetwa says these realities demand that the country move beyond incremental adjustments and adopt a more coordinated, accountable, and sustainable approach. He has added that in this context that the development of a sustainability financing plan and the piloting of the Big Push accountability and monitoring framework
that are being pushed through this mission should not just end up in documents and speeches alone, but that they should end up into fruition and translation into strengthened health systems for the better livelihoods of our people, for a better health citizenry, because health is wealth. A country that has a health population has a wealth expectation, because investment in human resource is the greatest investment.
A And speaking during the same program, African Leaders Malaria Alliance Executive Secretary Joy Pumapi has supported the efforts being implemented by the government to improve the well-being of individuals.
Now, Zambia is a leader in the fight against malaria.
Not
Just because we are one of the few countries that are meeting the WHO targets, but it is because you have leadership that is committed to the fight against malaria. His Excellency President Ichilema has set up an End Malaria Council and Fund, which brings the private sector, the public sector, religious organizations, civil society, and the government together in the fight against malaria.
The Zambia Police Service is investigating a case of child stealing reported by Kafue General Hospital in Kafue District on February 21, 2026. The service has since constituted a dedicated task team of investigators to conduct comprehensive investigations into the matter. Deputy Police Public Relations Officer Chipo Kaitisha says that today, Tuesday, February 24, 2026, at approximately 0540 hours, Kafue Police Station through Shikoso Police Post received a report from Miss Fides Piri of Shikoswe Township that she had discovered an abandoned male infant. Ms. Kaitisha explained that around 05 hours, Miss Piri, the maid, was on her way to work when she heard the cry of a baby coming from an area covered with small grass. The public relations officer says Miss Perry moved closer to ascertain the source of the sound and discovered an infant lying there. She then alerted a man who was walking ahead of her, who advised her to report the matter to the police. Miss Perry reported the matter to Shikoswe Police Post. Acting swiftly on the report, police officers responded promptly, secured the child, and immediately reported the infant to Kafue General Hospital for medical attention. The child has since been reunited with the mother.
Ms. Piri immediately picked up the baby and reported the matter to Shikoshwe Police Post. Acting swiftly on the report, police officers responded promptly, secured the child, and immediately transported the infant to Kafue General Hospital for medical attention. The child has since been reunited with the mother. The Zambia Police Service extends its sincere gratitude to Ms. Fides Piri for her alertness, prompt action, and strong sense of civic responsibility, which significantly contributed to the safe recovery and reunification of the child.
And in other news trending this evening, State Council Winter Kabimba has stressed that the continued existence of the Patriotic Front is under threat from within its own ranks. The Public Health Association of Zambia has expressed full support for the Ministry of Health and its partners in the swift activation of emergency response measures following the recent detection of poliovirus. Stand by.
Fathers on Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Trade and Industry has officially opened a 3-day training workshop on advanced technical barriers to trade (TBT) and regulatory impact assessment with support from the National Board of Trade, Sweden. The event, taking place in Lusaka from 24th to 26th February, brings together key regulatory agencies and ministries to strengthen Zambia's regulatory environment and enhance trade competitiveness. Speaking during the opening session, Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry Director of Technical Regulations Brian Monga emphasized the importance of building capacity in evidence-based regulation. The training, he noted, is designed to raise awareness of technical barriers to trade and equip stakeholders with practical skills to minimize such obstacles. Mr. Monga added that Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry coordinates the implementation of the World Trade Organization's TBT agreement and oversees two key mandates relevant to regulatory impact analysis: National Technical Regulations Framework and the Business Regulations and Reforms. Through frameworks, the ministry provides guidance to regulatory agencies, ensuring that regulations are developed in a transparent and evidence-based manner. The highlighted the need for harmonization of technical regulations across state institutions to avoid unnecessary barriers to trade. In addition, he urged participants to take advantage of the interactive platform provided by the training to share insights and build consensus on aligning Zambia's regulatory processes with the demands of modern trade. Mr. Mongas expressed confidence that the training would contribute to a stronger regulatory environment, enabling businesses to thrive while positioning Zambia more competitively in the global marketplace. Meanwhile, National Board of Trade Senior Legal Advisor Felinda Livgard reiterated that the TBT agreement aims to ensure that regulations, standards, testing and certification procedures do not create unnecessary obstacles, while also providing members with the right to implement measures to achieve legitimate policy objectives. This is contained in a statement issued by Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry Principal Public Relations Officer Evanes Nankala. Ends the business news.
5 on Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry. Local and global. It's our business to keep informed about business.
And in further news, police in Mexico are searching a number of inmates sprung from a prison in Puerto Vallarta during a wave of attacks launched by the Jalisco New Generation Cartel on Sunday. Puerto Vallarta, a beach resort of Mexico's Pacific coast, was among the towns where the CJGN blockaded roads and tossed cars in retaliation for the killing by security forces of their leader Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho. During the unrest, a man rammed one of the prison gates with a car, paving the way for 23 prisoners to escape, an official said. More than 70 people, including 25 National Guard members, were killed in the operation to capture El Minto and the violence which followed. In sports news, Paris Saint-Germain defender Achraf Hakimi says he is set to face trial after an allegation of rape was made against him. A woman has accused the Morocco captain of raping her at his home in the French capital in 2023 when she was aged 24. He denies the allegations. The public prosecutor's office in Nanterre, a western suburb of Paris, began a preliminary investigation in March 2023. Up next, the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Western, Northwestern, Cape Belt, Luapula, Northern and Muchinga provinces, including the northern parts of Eastern and Central provinces, mainly cloudy, slightly windy and mild with isolated rain and occasional thunder. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines.